What? You're all out of heroin? Dude, what am I paying you for? Oh, I didn't see you there. Well, since you guys are all around me now, just ignore what happened there. But I've been wanting to talk about this for a little bit since it kind of broke out. It's about one of the more I wouldn't say important because it's a media thing, right? But um, a bigger ish deal in my life. In the Fallout, it's in the Fallout community, right? As you can see, I do like Fallout decent amount. Um, it says Nuka Cola. I don't think the camera reverses it. Maybe I'm not sure, but anyway, uh, it's about a man and his controversies lately in the Fallout universe, and I wouldn't say I have tie-ins with him, but I used to watch his stuff, decent amount, honestly. And his name was, or his YouTube channel name is Oxhorn. Um, I don't know how many people that are. I don't know how many people are going to watch this that have seen the other um, Oxford controversy videos or in any way. But basically, um, he's been under a decent amount of flack, and for good reason. Honestly, I don't want to sound like I'm sticking up for the guy because I'm not. What he's done is stupid and terrible, and I think he's being a man baby about it. I think he's being immature than I, and he's like 10 times my age. Okay, um, probably more than that, but I'm not gonna do the math. More or less, whatever. You get the point. Um, so basically, he was caught lying, faking lore, messing up lore because of his own mods, being homophobic, um, speaking about speaking about things like misogyny and all that stuff. Honestly, I don't know enough about the homophobic part to say anything. I mean, all he did was make like an edgy joke from what I know, and it wasn't even him; it was his brother. But he laughed at it. And I want to say that you're making fun of a gay person when you make a joke about um, gay, like being gay, I guess. Um, See, the thing is, um, I used to watch him, and I used to actually believe in a lot of his lore videos, right? Um, and sorry, I got messages, but basically, then I recently found out through Thomas Beckett or Logical Fallacy before Oxhorn deleted his channel, um, and MK Mantis, TS Mantis, or something like that, and shit build lords, and another guy. I kind of forget it, got his name off the top of my head. And I watched this video or these videos about this guy, and I've considerably lost respect for the man. Um, I had a decent amount because I liked his content. I thought he was pretty cool. His live streams were pretty nice. But I found out that he did all this real really stupid stuff, and um yeah, I can't see him the same. I'm never gonna watch his videos unless I have ad blocker on, which I always do, unless I'm watching somebody that I actually like. Um, so basically, um, he had this manifesto video or manifesto. He called the Manly Festo. And let me just say right off the bat, I think massive shooters had manifestos. Okay, I don't think. I think I wouldn't say it brings his credibility down significantly or anything, right? But I don't think normal people just have manifestos. Okay. But in these, he talked about uh, how loosely how women are um, like lesser, and through his videos, he's shown that he thinks women are lesser than man. Okay, because he's a red pilled alpha motherfucker. Obviously, okay, you don't want to mess with him. He's 300 pounds of pure steel. Okay, but anyway, so he had this mod showcase where he had a whole prison full of just women and only women. That's all it showed. Um, which is creepy. Okay, it's very creepy. And I remember I was subscribed when that video came out. Okay, and I thought the whole prison thing was pretty cool. I didn't even really notice the fact that he had women only prisons, and the only people in his prisons were women. Okay, I never noticed that because I was 12. I really didn't care. I was just watching videos on YouTube about a video I liked, or a game I liked. Um, and then you get into things like he videotaped a teenager, allegedly a teenager, that was overweight and had like some tight clothing on. She should have worn them. Let's just say that she did not look the greatest. I don't think I should say she should have worn them, but she did not look the greatest. And if she's a minor, I don't think minors should wear stuff like that. Okay, but at the same time, I don't think oxhorn or a I think pushing on 38-year-old man should be recording minors wearing stuff like that either. Okay, even if it was a normal, or not really normal, but a more fit person or an adult, I don't even think he should record an adult without his or her consent, right? And now he's flagging down people that are re-uploading that, trying to censor them, and then he uses a little shield, and he likes to say it's about the reason why he's deleting them is because they are oh shoot. What was the thing he said? He said that uh it's his property, right? The video is his property, but he didn't have the right to videotape that woman, that girl. Okay, I don't know the laws of Seattle where he's at, right? So I'm not going to get into laws, but I will say this: from the all women prison to certain other things he said about women, it's all kind of coming up to one thing, and people kind of me, I'm not really sure yet, but people are saying he's a he really thinks women are just property, not like the whole joke. Like I don't. I make those jokes, okay, about oh women got to go do the dishes, got to go make me a sandwich. But I don't believe that stuff. Okay, obviously not. I think women should have the equal opportunity men should have. I think they should be able to vote. Okay, I think they should be able to work however they please. But obviously, not really obviously, but um, things are starting to come up that maybe he believes that women are property. Now, I know that's a criticism of him, right? But at the same time, I don't think you should really base somebody's. Actually, no, never mind. That really wouldn't work. So I was about to say you shouldn't base somebody's art upon how they actually are, because, or like the Michael Jackson thing, like he may have molested a few kids, or uh, same thing with Woody Allen. Okay, or um, shoot, he's like the greatest rock and roll musician ever, but for some reason I forget his name. Elvis Presley. I think you can't really put that up to YouTube standards, because he's literally making lore videos, fake lore videos, trying to prop up Bethesda. Um, the thing that honestly drove the Fallout game franchise into the ground, and that's coming from somebody that started at Fallout 3. Okay, but from what I've seen of the original Fallout games, Fallout New Vegas, that was created from the original people who owned Fallout. It looked like, well, I've played Fallout New Vegas, right? Fallout New Vegas is way better than Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, right? But they had less than a year, right? And now Oxhorn likes to say that Obsidian Entertainment um, messed up on lore. One of the main things, the thing that logical fallacy showed, now Thomas Beckett showed, was a uh, um, okay. So he made a lore video, and I remember watching this and believing it, but saying that Obsidian messed up on the lore because it had a BOS sticker on a Sunset Sarsaparilla file. Okay, and then Thomas Beckett went to that place, looked at the thing, and then through some other things, people found out that it was a mod that he used to put the BOS thing. It was a personal mod of his. He used to muddle up the game, and then tried to say that Obsidian Entertainment ruined the lore, which is not true. They say it is true. It's truer to the lore than Bethesda. And they own the game. Bethesda owns the game. Yeah, they weren't the original creators, but they own the game. Um, and then he says things like Fallout 4. People shouldn't criticize Fallout 4 for things that need to be criticized. Okay, he obviously started out with Fallout 4. Okay, I don't care what he says. He obviously started out with Fallout 4. That's coming from somebody that started out with Fallout 3, because even though Fallout 3 was made by Bethesda, it's honestly A, better, and B, not all combat oriented, like a shoot 'em and loot 'em like Borderlands. Okay, and the reason why it works for Borderlands is because Borderlands was built on that system, but Fallout was not. Fallout was not meant to be some completely action based shoot 'em and loot 'em, or loot 'em shoot 'em. I don't know how to shoot 'em loot 'em uh, games. Okay, um, so basically, his reasonings behind certain criticisms being wrong about Fallout 4 is, A, they innovated. Yeah, and I'll give them this. Their power armor system is kind of cooler than Fallout 3 and the other ones, right? I'll give them that, because you actually go into it instead of putting it on like an actual armor piece. You go into it. I'll give them that, right? But that's not enough innovation. I don't even really consider that innovation, to be honest. But it's not really innovation. Okay, they stripped away what made Fallout good and then when they got the frame, they made a new thing through with the frame out of feces. Okay, and there are bits of gleaming metal in that feces, um, that you can see, right? But it's so deep in there, and there's so little that all you really get is feces. Okay, and this is coming from a guy that honestly, I did enjoy Fallout 4. I did enjoy the gameplay. I semi liked the story, mostly because it was just Fallout 3, but you're playing as the father looking for the son, and so the son looking for the father. Which is funny because the son is named the father. But anyway, I'm not going to get deep into lore. But the game needs criticism because Bethesda needs to see that if they keep making blunders and keep going down the way they're going to ruin their career, their business. And people like Oxhorn like to jerk off Bethesda, right? They like to jerk off Bethesda, and they just close their eyes to the ugly parts of it. They're just jerking it off. Or, nah, I'm not going to say that. That's a bit too gross. Um, but it's kind of annoying, to be honest, because people like Mr. Matty Plays, I used to watch him too, and Oxhorn and Vinyl Puma Gaming keep jerking off these um, companies and showing the companies that what they're doing isn't wrong. Being anti employee, not employee, anti consumer is not wrong. Okay, they're making a lot of money, right? And they're getting endorsed by these fans, these subhuman fans. Okay, the kind of people that ruin this kind of hobby for me. Okay, um, I do really like video games. I wouldn't say it's like if they went away, I would feel a little annoyed. Okay, I would feel annoyed because I do like video games. I'm kind of a nerd. I get into the lore, right? Um, and seeing the game industry, something I do enjoy, getting muddied up with this subhuman garbage, and I say subhuman not by like any racial way, but I'm talking more in I think it's called epithets. Don't quote me on that. I'm using I'm using exaggerative language. Okay, I don't actually mean subhumans. It's just um it's just exaggerative. Okay, but these people are ruining the game industry by saying, "Oh yeah, these games are great," showing other game companies and the same game. Sorry, I'm getting a little flustered. And the same game company that it's fine playing um, playing games like this. It's fine to monetize mods, something that's made by the community for the community. Okay, they say it's fine to make your game worse. Okay, make your role playing game an RPG, not so RPG, to make it more action oriented. Because honestly, Fallout 4 doesn't even it shouldn't even be considered an RPG. And for first off, and second off, I don't understand why it got Game of the Year. I'm pretty sure it got Game of the Year over um, um, another really good game. I forgot what it was, and I don't think I played it unless it was Witcher. And in that case, I did play Witcher, and Witcher's infinitely better than Fallout 4. If I had to choose between Fallout 4 and Witcher 3, I would so pick Witcher 3. Okay. Um, but anyway, I'm getting derailed, and I'm gonna end it here soon. Um, So Oxhorn makes these videos saying it's bad to criticize um, Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, saying they're innovative, and saying stupid malarkey like that. And then he goes around flagging people that want to show off who he really is. He flags people that try to expose him. Okay, he flagged Thomas Beckett when he was logical fallacy, and that's why he's Thomas Beckett now. He lost a bunch of videos. Okay, a bunch of videos because this whiny little fat man child with a bowler hat and suspenders like he's in the 1930s calling himself classy is going around deleting videos that don't, praise him as a god or something. Okay, and then he uses that voice and that tone because he's a businessman, right, to get out of his situations. Where he's like, here, I gotta get a little close, gotta make it a little sensual. Right? Sorry if you see my zits, but he's like, okay, guys, it is bad to say the things that I like are bad. It's he I'm not gonna do that for long. But he's I don't want to say he should be taken off the internet. I just think he should improve his ways, okay? Because the internet is basically like what the United States is. It's freedom and all that. Even though it's slowly getting more and more restricted, almost like the Wild West. Where companies are slowly getting more and more restrictions on it, sadly. Kind of like the plot of Red Dead Redemption 2, another good game. That's the map for Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, one part of the map. On the other side is another part. But anyway, this is going on for a bit longer than my normal uploads. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. Uh, comment down below if you disagreed with me. Um, like, dislike, I appreciate both of them. I need criticism. I need people to tell me like what I should do better with my channel because it's growing. Don't just if you want to comment, don't feel implored to comment something positive. Try to be critical if you can. Um, say whatever you want about me. I really don't care. I'm an advocate for free speech, so you can say whatever you want to me. This was Cyber Guy talking about Oxhorn. See ya.